Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm starting my second 7-day dry fast. So actually it's my third, but it's been 6 months since my last 7-day, and I was thinking it was like 8 months already, and man, I was getting itchy to do my next one already. So it's kind of crazy. It's been only 6 months, which is the minimum amount of time you want to let pass before doing another 7-day dry fast, according to August Dunning in his book Phoenix Protocol. So I actually started yesterday, but I was working all day, so I didn't have an opportunity to record. So doing it now. So this is, backtracked to day 1 of my dry fast, and this is the third one I will have been doing, that third 7-day anyway. I've done a couple other, shorter ones, 2-day, 3-day. But yeah, it's so easy, I really like it. It's so good for you. Heals you of lots of, conditions. Helps you lose a ton of weight. Last time I lost, I believe it was 22 pounds. This time, I've gained all that weight back over 6 months. So I was up to 179. I think I was 176 after my first try, or before I did my last dry fast. So a little bit heavier this time. Looking forward to dropping all that weight. Really want to try and keep it off this time. So I'm going to try to transition more slowly and try to control myself, because I tell you, when you haven't eaten or drank for 7 days, man, you are just like, for a month, you're just ferociously hungry. So anyway, but I'm so excited about this dry fast I'm going to be doing. I do it for longevity purposes mainly. I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to get into my baking soda and magnesium Epsom salt baths. Those helped me so much last time, so I'm really looking forward to doing that again. I do have some skin tags, which I've never been able to get rid of. I've done so many things. I've tried garlic, tea tree oil, just for days. I'll keep a Band-Aid on there, and I could just never kill those suckers. But I found out, I was on like day 5 or day 6 of my last dry fast, and I just dabbed a little bit of tea tree oil on the skin tags I had, and they started drying up and dying immediately. I couldn't believe it. Just within 1 day, those suckers were falling off. But most of them recovered because, I didn't keep dry fasting. My 7-day was ending. That dry fast ended, so a bunch of them came back. Only one of them I got rid of permanently. But this time, I'm actually starting the tea tree oil early, so I'm going to just kill all of them. It's amazing how when your body is in that state of detoxification and you're not feeding those, I guess, the bad organisms in your body, that when you do treatments, it's far more effective. So definitely going to be getting rid of the skin tags this time, which I've been really excited about. So going to be doing that too. So far, that was day 1. I'm actually on day 2 right now. Here I'm using the Zero app again. So I'm currently 35 hours in to this dry fast, and yeah, really excited. So 179 pounds starting. I weighed myself this morning and I was like 173. So I've already lost a bunch of weight. Most of it probably water. But yeah, really excited, guys. So I will keep you posted and give you updates. So this was backtrack day 1 and the beginning of day 2. So I'll let you know, give you an update tomorrow. Take care. We'll see you then. Hey guys, welcome to day 3. It's a wonderful day. I'm really happy to be doing this dry fasting, and I've been really pushing myself, which, probably should be resting more. But yesterday I played with the kids. I weeded the squash patch, which is pretty large, and took me about half an hour, maybe more. Took the dog for a walk, and then today I was moving boxes and getting sweaty in the sun. So we'll see. I feel pretty tired right now, but sleeping well, and I'm feeling pretty good yet. I no longer really have saliva. It's kind of turning into that nasty spittle, and your mouth is just so dry. But otherwise, I'm feeling great. Really happy to be here on day 3, and I will keep you guys updated on tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome to day 3. I'm glad to be here. This has been a great experience so far. I've been pushing myself, which I don't recommend you do. You're supposed to be, relaxing, doing maybe some light walking, nothing strenuous, but I've had stuff I needed to get done, so I weeded the squash patch, played with the kids, walked the dog, was moving a bunch of heavy boxes in the sun today. So I sweat a bit more than I wanted to. We'll see how that affects me later on. But so far, I'm feeling good. Definitely a little tired and weary. Felt that way last night too, but felt better in the morning. Slept well. I'm currently 167 pounds, so I lost another 6 pounds. So feeling great, and my saliva right now, it's not really saliva anymore. My mouth is really dry, so definitely not enjoying that. Your lips get dry too as you're dry fasting. It just, usually at the end of like maybe 36 hours in, your lips start getting dry. But they're really dry right now for me. But yeah, looking forward to finish this fast. I'm motivated, I'm still encouraged, and I plan on going the full 7 days. So we'll see how things go, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Okay. Welcome back, guys, to day 4. Right now I am 80 hours and 47 minutes in. So everything's going pretty well. I had a good night's sleep last night. I've been feeling kind of hot, which is very common in dry fasting. They call it the acidotic crisis. In my prior water fasting, I found I was cold all the time, but not so with dry fasting. With dry fasting, your body has a different metabolic process that, your cells are literally burning up toxins and junk, and it just keeps you warm. So that's a great aspect of dry fasting that I really like, is I'm not cold all the time. So I wanted to go over, I've been reading in Dr. Filanov's work on dry fasting. This is his 20 questions and answers about dry fasting. And let me just read you some of the subtitles that he has in here. I've been reading about disease care and some of the things that he says in this book. I'm just going to read some of these titles for you. Dry fasting for diabetes, dry fasting for chronic diseases, dry fasting for endointoxication and atherosclerosis, dry fasting for hypertension, why dry fasting helps fight chronic diseases. I'll read some of this to you. Of course, during fasting, the digestive tract rests more than other organs. The body directs all of its forces to restore the protective and neutralizing function of the gastrointestinal tract and the liver. Fasting improves liver function considerably. It causes a mild choleritic effect, restores liver cells. The body receives no food and water during dry fasting. Old and dead water is replaced with the living water synthesized by the body during dry fasting. If the body receives neither food nor dead water, numerous harmful substances don't enter our blood. The body constantly detoxifies the blood. In fact, the same blood composition will be detoxified through the filter elements many times, which means that the blood will be almost perfect. Consequently, all the blood-related processes in our body will be conducted almost perfectly. It's all very simple, and that's why our immune system gets a good rest. And he continues, more titles: dry fasting for cystic tumors in the body, dry fasting for infertility. He did talk about how he would have many women that came to him with fertility problems, or they were having miscarriages, and he had a very high success rate with his treatment of them with dry fasting. Toxemia in pregnant women. Morning sickness isn't a natural thing. It's a sign that your body needed a cleanse before you became pregnant. He does not recommend dry fasting for that, but he does recommend water fasting for a short period of time. For more information, I would direct you to read it for yourself. Endometriosis. dry fasting. Dry fasting for benign tumors, mastopathy, prostatitis, and benign prostatic hyperplasia. A lot of men can't urinate when they get older. It's very common. Dry fasting can help that. Dry fasting for bronchopulmonary diseases. And that's for asthma. Let me read you this amazing story. This is one that I especially liked. So, a mother and her daughter came for an appointment. The daughter was very thin and slouching. She looked like she was 11 years old, although she was 14. She had an inhaler in her hands. By that time, I certainly had many patients with asthma, but none of them were this young and thin. Deep inside, I doubted whether to accept her as a patient. But then her tearful mother told me the following story. My daughter went to a school disco with her friends, and she had an asthma attack there. For some reason, I was worried that day. I felt restless and anxious. I got off work and ran home. When I opened the door, I saw my girl hanging on a clothesline. Thank God everything was fine, and I managed to save her. When I asked her why she did it, she told me, why would I want this kind of life? I'm afraid to even leave my apartment. Her mother told me, as soon as we heard that asthma is treated with fasting at the Goryashchenk resort, we came here right away. So this occurred in Russia. Of course, after hearing this story, I couldn't refuse them. The girl was patient and had very strong willpower. In general, I've noticed that almost all patients with asthma have a strong will and a great desire to recover. The disease and asthma attacks, which resemble death, probably impact their character. Her first water fasting period had lasted 14 days. After completing it, her weight was 36 kilograms, and I decided to end her fasting. After the first fast, she didn't entirely stop using the inhaler, but her asthma attacks became milder and less frequent. She had regular fasting days and came back 1 year later. After the second fasting period, her asthma was cured completely, along with all of her gynecological problems. She gained healthy weight and she now has 2 kids. I met her at the All-Russian Conference on Fasting Therapy held in Ulan-Ude. I didn't even recognize her at first because I saw a beautiful and feminine woman. When I asked her about her health condition, she told me that she had forgotten about asthma completely. So, in this case, he used water fasting, but just, there is such power in fasting, guys, and I just wanted you to hear some of this. I read this stuff. I've read lots of this stuff in my life, and these amazing testimonies of what the body can do if you give it just rest. So just absolutely amazing. A couple more titles: cardiovascular diseases, hypertension, and atherosclerosis. He talks about that for a couple pages. Neurological diseases: degenerative disc disease, protrusions, disc herniation, migraine, rheumatoid arthritis, spondylitis, deforming osteoarthritis, infectious polyarthritis. So he goes into quite the detail on lots of these diseases, their processes, their treatments. So definitely recommend this to you guys for reading if you're struggling with some kind of chronic disease. The list is very long, for what dry fasting can help, and water fasting as well. If you want more testimonials of people that have been helped through fasting, I would recommend to you The Fasting Cure. It's by Upton Sinclair. It's just a little book. It's also on Audible. You can check it out. Tons and tons of people. This was, I believe, sometime in the 1800s when he wrote this, but many people were helped and healed through fasting. So just wanted to give you guys that update. So today, day 4 for me. I'm super dry in my mouth. I definitely want to drink. I find myself absent-mindedly looking in the fridge, and when I see my wife drinking kombucha and orange juice and the smoothies I'm making for her, I'm just like craving it so bad. I've been feeling very weak. Yesterday I was just, wow, I was so tired and weak. I've continued to be active. I helped my mom harvest garlic yesterday, and walked the dog again. Checked on my honeybees. They're doing great. So, been busy, been trying to keep myself busy. You know, guys, the important thing is just try to stay distracted. You know, if you're doing this, like, it's almost all mental. You know, it's uncomfortable for sure, but, you know, my food cravings are, like, non-existent. You know, it's mostly just all mental, and, you know, I just want that feeling of drinking again. And I want to get rid of this nasty feeling in my mouth. And I don't like being weak, you know, because I definitely feel weak, but it's not like you can't function. You can. Just don't do anything like really strenuous, you know. Don't be running or weightlifting or things like that, you know. You want to give your body rest. But, you know, light things like walking are encouraged, especially outside, deep breathing. But anyway, hope you guys are having a great day, and I will give you another update on day 5 tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome to day 5. Things are going pretty well. I'm feeling pretty good. Days 3 and 4 were really tough. I mean, today I've been pretty weary at different times. I've had variable energy. I've had a little bit of brain fog. Sometimes I just can't find the right word. I seem to be thinking a little slower. So I think that's pretty normal. Health-wise, I've been doing really well. My heart rate has been sitting around 60, which, by the way, if you choose to do a dry fast like this, the main warning sign that's spoken of in the books, is that if your resting heart rate remains over 90, okay, that's a sign that you're supposed to stop. All right, dry fasting should bring your heart rate down, but in rare occasions, you know, for other reasons, I'm not sure. They didn't explain, you know, what the logic was, but it just shows that it's putting your body under some stress that the body isn't compensating or handling. So if it's over 90 and you're just resting and it stays that way, you know, it's a sign that you should stop. It's too hard for you. You could work up to it maybe with other different types of cleanses or detoxes, but I'm just letting you know what's in the books there. I wanted to tell you guys about the website. I told you some stories yesterday about dry fasting, some testimonials I shared with you from Dr. Filanov's book, but I didn't tell you where to find it. So this is where you find it. It's dryfasting.info. Okay? And that's his website. So just so you guys know where to find that resource. It's a great resource. So I have now been 117 hours and 47 minutes. So I got just about 2 days left. This is late on day 5. We've been kind of busy today, so wasn't able to record earlier. Wanted to talk to you guys today about how to stop your dry fast, how to break it. You know, if you're doing the full 7 days, it's recommended that you take 7 to 14 days of recovery. For me, you know, I don't do that because I have to work. So I have like 9 days off. So I dry fasted 1 day at work, and then I dry fasted 6 days. Well, I will have 6 days at home, so I'll have 3 days to recover. So what I do is I start off by drinking a cup of half a teaspoon of baking soda in like 8 ounces of water, and I just sip that over the course of like 10 or 15 minutes. And then I just start drinking some watered down kefir, and that's how I'm planning to break my dry fast this time. And after 15 minutes of sipping that, I make it 50% kefir and 50% water, and then I spend 15 minutes drinking that. Now I do 75%, 15 minutes drinking that, and then I'll do 100%. Now, I'm breaking my fast very quickly. That's not really what the books recommend, so just so you know, but I do it because I have to, because I have to work, so I have to get myself back in shape that's ready to, you know, do my job. So that's what I do. I can tell you my experience. My first dry fast, I actually broke it on apple juice. And I did 50% raw apple juice with 50% water. And guys, let me tell you, I was checking my blood sugar the whole time because, I had heard it said that it will spike your blood sugar. And, I really love fruit. It's a wonderful medicine, but your pancreas shuts down. Your adrenal glands are just, they're not, it's very abrupt for them to receive food, and it takes a bit for them to turn on. I found that the period for me, it took 2 days. 2 days of eating before I could finally eat an apple, a raw apple, without it spiking my blood sugar. My blood sugar went up to around like 250 when I did the apple cider, the 50% apple cider with water. So just so you know that, if you break it on fruit, you are going to be spiking your blood sugar, which generally isn't recommended. The author of the Phoenix Protocol explained that if you spike your blood sugar like that, there's a chance or a risk of you actually turning your nice new, brand new stem cells and turning them into fat cells. Because when you break your dry fast, you don't want to signal to your body to store things, which if you spike your blood sugar, it's doing that, or it could do that. So it's recommended not to do that. So I'm going to be breaking mine with kefir, and I'll be sticking with that probably for about 2 days, and then I'll start adding in the fruits that I'm really, really craving. So that's my plan. Definitely I would recommend not doing it on the fruit, but you can go on fruit. Just give yourself at least 2 days. And I think the books recommend more, but I found through my own experimentation that 2 days was enough for me. All right. Oh, one other thing. Tangy tangerine. This is what the author of the Phoenix Protocol, again, my brain isn't working as well as it should. Just names and things are just not coming to me. But he recommends this Beyond Tangy Tangerine, or just Tangy Tangerine. It's a multivitamin supplement. You get it from Youngevity. That's the company that makes it. It's pretty pricey, but he recommends breaking your fast on that, partly because it has everything you need in there, and your body's going to be needing that stuff because you haven't been eating for a long time. So I take that. Interesting note, however, although this is sugar-free, it still spiked my blood sugar when I broke it with this. So just be aware of that as well. I'm not sure how big of a deal it is. It is sugar-free, but that it seems that if something is sweet, somehow, even though there's no sugar in it, the body still had a glucose spike. Very interesting, but that, again, I found that through my own experimentation. Just thought I'd let you guys know. All right, so I will see you guys tomorrow on day 6 and give you an update. Take care. Hey guys, welcome to day 6. I've made it. I'm almost there. So really happy about that. Currently 128 hours in, about 75% done. I weighed myself this morning. I'm about 161.5 pounds. So I'm not sure what that is. I didn't do the math, but I was 179 when I started. So getting there. Last time I lost 22.2 pounds, so probably be about the same this time. Guys, I've talked about dry fasting, and maybe some of you think that it would be too hard or difficult for you. I tell you that it's easier than water fasting, but if you want to start with water fasting, I think that's great. Also, you could try a fruit diet. Fruit diets are actually very powerful. If you wanted more information on that, I was thinking I could share this with you. It's a little book. It's like $5 or $10 on Amazon. It's called The Grape Cure. And in it, you can read about, just how a lot of people healed themselves from various, illnesses. You can check it out for yourself. Just wanted to share that with you. Otherwise, I still have this brain fog. I did happen to remember the name of the author of the Phoenix Protocol this morning. I couldn't remember it all yesterday. My brain's just not working. Couldn't find the book on my bookshelf, and I was too lazy to look it up. But yeah, it was August Dunning. That was the guy that wrote that. So good resource there too, by the way, if you want to check that out. Anyway, how am I feeling? I'm feeling pretty weak, tired. I slept well last night, though, other than just not being able to think as clearly and speak as well as I normally can. It just seems to, my brain's just not functioning as well as it normally is. And you can tell with my voice, it's weak. I took a long bath and shower yesterday, just kind of obsessed with cold water. I love just spraying the coldest water I can into my mouth and then just spitting it out. It feels so good. I'm kind of obsessed with water. We watched the Sound of Freedom yesterday, and in it there's like I just kept noticing everyone drinking, and the sound of people drinking. It's funny, the things you notice when you're running to drink so bad. So that was pretty funny. It was a great movie, by the way. Anyway, I'm really hoping to finish this fast. I'm gonna make it. I'm almost there. But yeah, it's been a great journey so far, and I've lost a lot of weight. I look much better. I got rid of my belly, which is so nice. My wife commented yesterday. She's like, "Sweetie, you look so trim now." So that's good. What else is there? I still have energy. I'm still able to be productive. This whole time I've been able to do chores around the house, help out my parents at the farm. Going to church this morning. I'm going to be carrying some heavy boxes, so I can still do stuff. I'm still functional. Oh, one other interesting note, guys. I started weightlifting before I started this dry fast. I mean, I didn't start. I do weightlift, but anyway, I was sore. I had done a leg workout, and my legs were so sore. For the first 2 days of this fast, I was like hobbling around, and I was thinking to myself, how is my body going to heal my muscles without protein? So I was wondering if I was going to be sore this entire fast, but amazingly, I'm not sore right now. Guys, my legs, they healed. I don't know what my body did, but it apparently, apparently I was able to heal my muscles even without eating. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Just thought I would note that. Well, guys, I guess that's it for day 6. I will be back tomorrow to give you an update on day 7 and to finish out the fast with you as well. So take care, guys. I'll see you then. Hey guys, welcome to day 7. I'm pretty much done now. I think I only have like a minute or 2 left. But it's been a great journey. I've been so happy with this fast. This morning the past 2 days I've just been tremendously weary and tired and really wanting the fast to be over. I've been really struggling. I know at the beginning I said how easy this was, and the first 2 days are really easy. You feel great, at least I do. Maybe if you're not used to dry fasting, you might have some more detox symptoms, but for me, I just had so much energy, but man, it really starts to wane pretty quick, and by the time you hit days 5 through 7, you're just, oh man, you're really dragging. So I was really dragging, but I was pushing myself still. I went and harvested garlic this morning. I needed stuff to do because I was just obsessed with water, and I had to keep myself busy, and so that was something that I did for about an hour and a half this morning. Something I wanted to mention to you guys, I talked about August Dunning yesterday, and how if you overeat, I was saying if you spike your blood sugar, it's not good. That's not how you want to break your fast. Well, he also said something more about that, and I just remembered it. I wanted to pass it along to you guys. It's not just the spiking of your blood sugar, but it's the overeating afterwards during your refeed. You have to make sure that you
don't just pig out. You know, if you pig out, there is a risk of those brand new, beautiful stem cells you've made through the dry fasting to turn into fat cells. So you don't want that. So that's why it's really important when you break your fast. Just don't overeat. You know, for like the next couple weeks. You know, just try to control yourself. You know, for me, I'm gonna be transitioning with this. This is my first. I'm going to be drinking baking soda and water. It's just a half a teaspoon. I'm going to be sipping this over like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then I'll be moving on to 25% kefir in water, and I'll probably just be drinking that until I go to bed tonight. And then tomorrow I might start trying to add in, you know, a little bit of maybe a little smoothie, or coconut water is another really good one. I'll drink that tangy tangerine that's recommended. So that's my plan, and then after that I'll probably transition into just a fruit diet and try to be 100% raw for a while, just to help control myself. So, but anyway, it's been great. Thank you for coming along this journey with me. I know it's past that time, so I can go ahead and drink. So there we go. You know, I've been craving cold water for so long, and you know, baking soda water doesn't taste very good. But it still feels amazing to finally be able to swallow. You know, just be able to swallow water. I'm just thrilled. So thank you everyone for coming along this dry fast journey with me. I lost 21.5 pounds, started at 179 and I'm down to 157.5. So it's been great. I highly recommend it to you all. And thank you again, and take care, and God bless. Bye.